So if you're struggling with these on a hard pan, tight fairway, struggling with ball striking, I'm going to show you one of the things that a lot of golfers do. There's a lot of swaying going on, which is causing poor ball striking. With your irons, I'm going to show you exactly why that causes the poor strike and what you're going to have to do to strike the ball a lot better, stop those chunks, stop those spins. Really simple drills you can try out. Start to use the hips better and really start to get some consistent ball striking with irons all the way through the bag. So first of all, what does a sway cause and what is a sway? If we think of the pelvis for a minute, just imagine that we're in a box. Okay, or imagine two lines down the side of your hips. If we excessively sway to the right, which I see a lot of amateurs do when they come in for lessons, if you excessively sway the hips away, ultimately what we're trying to do in order to strike the ball really well with irons is come point of impact, have more weight on the left leg. And we even see that the best golfers in the world, if we think of the left pocket for a second, from where they start to point of impact, their pelvis moves 2 to 5 inches to the left. Why does it do that? That is because in order to get consistent ball striking, you need to be shifting weight left. You need to move laterally towards the target. So the pelvis has to be there at point of impact. If we sway, that obviously makes that job so much more difficult. If you move 5 inches this way, you have got an enormous job to do on the way down. So a sway in your hips can be one of the worst things that you could possibly do. Another thing that's going to come from that, if you move your hips way to the right, your upper body is going to counterbalance that. And if your chest is closer to the target than your belt buckle, guess what's going to happen in the downswing? We're going to be more over the top. The hands want to travel forward. You're going to have a steep look to the downswing. You're going to have an over the top downswing, and it can definitely start to encourage more of a slice pattern, more of a left to right shot. And as well as bad ball striking, we don't want to excessively slice the ball. So things that we would typically see, a decent setup, huge sway to the right, and not very good ball striking, and certainly not compressed ball striking. So the typical amateur poor strike, lots of sway, stay on the back foot, bad ball striking. So first of all, what do the best players in the world do? The best players in the world shift into the right side, start to recenter, continue to shift the weight forward and rotate through. So there's two drills that I want you to try and do. The first one is dead simple. All we're going to do is hit some shots with our feet really close together. What that's going to do is that's going to give you the sensation of rotating the hips without excessively swaying the hips. Okay, so you're going to start with your feet really close together. If you're someone who sways, this is going to feel strange to start off with, but you start with them together, really close, almost like a chipping stance. Rotate and rotate. And again, we're not worried so much about outcome, we're trying to get the feeling of not swaying the hips. So you would do that for a few shots. You would then make that stance a little bit wider. So again, not full width yet. And then from there, same feeling, a small shift at the start, really start to coil up and recenter. Again, keep imagining these two red lines down the side of your legs. So shift to the right, turn and recenter. Shift to the right, turn and recenter, and hit. And then once you've got that sensation down, that's when you can start to go full out. Maybe in your practice swing, start with a narrow stance. Feel that rotation rather than this sway. And we've got ball first, divot second. And then another drill that you can do if you have an alignment stick, so you can be at the range, you can stick this through a basket, you can be on the golf course or the practice area and stab that into the ground. Essentially what you're going to do is place it just outside your right pocket. And what we want to do is we want to nudge and hit this in the takeaway, but then the right hip has to move away from that stick as you get up to the top. So we nudge it slightly, turn away, nudge, turn, If you're at the range and you don't have a basket, which you should, you can use something like a SwingPlate. The good thing about that is you can use this anywhere. If you're looking at where you can find a SwingPlate, you can check out the description link below. That will give you a link and a discount code that you can use for SwingPlate. Again, place that SwingPlate down. We're going to do our setup. We're going to make sure that's just outside the right hip. And again, it is bump, turn away. If we do that, so much easier to have the weight left, so much easier to strike the ball well. And if that gets the pelvis leading the downswing, that is also going to help the hands move down, help you get that club path and that club path delivery really consistent. So SwingPlate down, stick on the right hip, shift in the takeaway. You'll see that in the video here. Rotate and recenter so the pressure starts moving to the left, shift to the left, and then you can really start to kick in with the rotation once you have shifted to the left. So we'll get that a little bit closer. So it is bump, the pressure moves into the right side, rotate, you start to recenter, shift, weight moves into the left leg, pelvis moves towards the target, really start to unwind and open. That is one of the keys, big keys to striking with consistency, getting ball, then divot, consistent low point of the arc. Nice gaps with all your irons doing different things, not having this bunched up 4, 5, 6, 7 iron that all go the same distance. You will start to get some consistency in the strike, so all your irons do different things and get you hitting more greens. So make sure that you try out this drill. It's honestly one of the most important things you can do if you want to strike your irons good. I would be looking at this before you start to work on anything else. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you click that like button, subscribe to the channel, click that big red button, and even click that bell so you're first to know about the 2 videos that come out every single week. If you're looking for a free golf lesson, check out the description link below. The SwingPlate discount is also in there if you want to go down and try out something like that with an alignment stick, and that is really going to help you move your pelvis in a much better fashion, copy the best ball strikers in the world, and play better golf.